Hey guys, welcome back to OceanGemTarot. All right, let me try to adjust this a little bit. Wait for a little bit of people to come in the room, and we're about to get started. My lighting is all kinds of off. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Davey. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so today we have angel number 131. I'm vegged out today. I know that's random, so sorry. It's cold. We like have an ice storm and all that, and I just didn't feel like putting on a lot of war paint. So it is what it is. The all natural. All right, let me turn that down. I'm going to get my life together, I swear. Okay, so 131. Learn to live in the present moment and embrace harmony, to remain focused, see clear perspective, rise above discouragement and negativity. And I also have the moonstone for us. So black moonstone. See my little turtle? It looks like that. Hold on. Boop. Anyways, so that's what we have as far as that. The benefits are it's an excellent stone for soothing emotional stress and anxieties, and encourages one to stay calm and grounded and not overreact in emotion and personal situations. Black moonstones enable one to be aware of one to consistently act from its intuition. The meaning of black moonstone is to remind you to escape the normal path of emotional distress and push one to look past it. The calming energies of all types of moonstone will help one to maintain a clear head that is able to make rational decisions in times of difficulty. Spiritual significance of the black moonstone. Hey, Jamie. Okay, so spiritual significance of black moonstone. Moonstone represents inner clarity, cyclical change, and connect to the feminine. It is also a symbol of light and hope. Also encourages us to embrace new beginnings. It is closely linked to themes of femininity, such as fertility, balance, softness, and intuition. 131 is also a message to change your attitude and behavior. Accept all changes and opportunities. You must think about the past if you make wise decisions, or you must not think about the past, make wise decisions, and that will positively manifest in your life. Believe in yourself. Learn from your experiences. Let me read sideways. And develop your talents and skills. So that's what we have. One. Sorry, guys. My spawn 4 is clapping for me right now. He's in the kitchen getting water, going like this. I appreciate you guys being here. So, yeah, that's what we have. 131 and the black moonstone. So what we have also is on the bottom of the deck, conflict and defeat. But then we also have your third eye, prosperity begins, and power. So I feel like you guys need to possibly, there's a third eye blockage, or you guys aren't tapping into your third eye. But once you do, that's what's developing this prosperity. That's what's making it grow, because you stand in your power. Don't sit and feel like you're defeated, or sit around people that bring a lot of chaos to your life. Because living in denial, you just shouldn't do, because you guys are protected. People admire you. They adore you guys. I feel like some of you guys need to be spontaneous, but you're kind of like worried to be spontaneous, but you're protected. Like you have Archangel Michael on your side from what I see. I feel like this is going to grant you guys access to all different avenues that you've never expected before. So it's kind of like you're hiding in your own, you're hiding within yourself instead of letting your light shine and being out there, right? I have to move this. I'm afraid it's going to fall off. And I have to move my cards as well. So let me get myself situated. I'll have my life together eventually. Okay, so what else do we have for the collective? We have the Knight of Swords. But then we also have the Seven of Wands reversed. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So there's forward progression, whatever this is. I feel like maybe some of you guys are feeling overwhelmed, but yet you're not giving up. Somebody's kind of making quick decisions and taking action. Somebody might be a bit defensive and being impulsive, right? And that's what's kind of like bringing in this lack of confidence. But I feel like you guys are kind of overcoming that and overcoming that kind of anxiety and being overwhelmed. Like you're working on your own self. I feel like some of you guys feel this way possibly because somebody's in your energy that's kind of deceptive. But I feel that you guys are standing strong and just kind of focused on your family and your home life. These both came out. Because you guys are wanting to set your own legacy here. Like you guys are kind of taking a stand to stand your ground and know that like you're divinely protected right here, right? Because you're just kind of like, putting it in like God's hands. It's divinely guided. My thing just froze and I can't see your comments. There. That's better. All right. What else do we have? I need to move all this stuff up. I feel like I'm kind of like slow moving. But it's coming together. I feel like you guys are gaining control of your emotions and really thinking about what it is that kind of makes you happy. Because we have the Knight of Cups here. But we also have the Four of Coins, but it fell out sideways. So it's kind of like you guys are working on being secure within yourself. And like, not being possessive over the things that you can't control, because I feel that you guys have had a foundational shift. But I feel this foundational shift with the Tower moment, it's made your foundation stronger. And that could be what the conflict and defeat is about. Because on the bottom, we have the Justice, right? So it's all going to come out in the end. So if we look at it this way, tapping into your third eye, you guys are taking like a stand. You guys, somebody might be like being really defensive or defending their beliefs. They're taking actions to defend oneself. But somebody could be being impulsive, or you have somebody that's impulsive around you. Then this person could have been like really, I don't know, kind of sneaky. You know what I mean? They could be just like a real deceptive type energy, right? But you guys have got it all like emotionally under control because you realized it, but you're balancing instead of like overreacting. I feel that you guys have found that balance, being like, okay, well, this happened, so this is what I'm going to do, right? I feel that you guys are just kind of like really working on growing something from the foundation up, like blossoming something. And this something is going to be very like lucky, because oranges are like a sense of luck and good fortune. It brings in prosperity, right? But if at the same time, this energy could have made you kind of feel defeated or overwhelmed with whatever is going on in that, but you guys kind of fell into and like relied on your family and just working on that foundation within your home life. And that's what's going to bring on this celebration, because you're kind of self-focused and, kicking all the drama out. I just heard a song. You know that song by Mary J. Blige, No More Drama in My Life? Yeah, that's for you. Because you guys want to be secure in yourself. You want to have a stable family. You guys don't want things around you that kind of have like strings attached, or greedy people in your energy that are very selfish and self-centered. You guys are booting that all to the curb. But it's like somebody might still be in conflict. Like, do I get rid of them or do I not? Kind of like the teeter-tottering effect, But I feel like you guys are overcoming this because you're deciding to stand within your power, right? Or you need to learn just to stand within your own power, because you got this. And taking that action is like there's something coming in quickly, right? And this is what's going to create your legacy. Maybe you guys are working on traditions, but people are going to see you in society and that you're going to glow, right? Because you guys are being resilient and you're not giving up. You're taking a stand with the Nine of Wands. It's kind of like you got this. But it's kind of like at the same time that made you kind of, you had to go through that tower moment because you had to learn from that. But you're taking those experiences and you're kind of embracing it because it's something that you learned that's developing something within yourself that's brought you to a higher stature. It elevated you, and it's what you needed to go through. And you had to go through this like conflict, but you're coming out of that defeated energy. You're no longer running from things that scare you, because those things that scare you are really kind of blessings in disguise, right? Because, you know, you can kind of live in fear and you can hide, or you can start to break out of your shell. Like, why am I going to be in fear? Because the only thing to fear is fear itself, because that fear is change. The only reason we fear stuff is because it's different. It's a change, right? And so I feel that you guys are now recognizing that, like, dude, why am I scared? Like, I got my angels, I have my ancestors, I got people on my side, and they're gonna fight for me. So, like, I'm cool. Brush your shoulders off. I just heard that song in my head. Spirit's so funny. Dust your shoulders off. My lighting is so horrible. I feel that you guys have been, like, with the Eight of Pentacles, working hard to make something happen. But at the same time, it's like you're doing your due diligence, you're analyzing. But yet at the same time, some of you guys need to put more work in it in order for it to prosper. Like, you can work a little bit here and there. I see somebody working on something here and there, but yet they're not giving it 100%. And if you want it to work, you have to give it 100%, right? But I feel that at this point in time, like, somebody's coming towards you possibly, but they're like a really immature energy, the Page of Cups in reverse. And so I feel that that's what you guys are no longer working on. You're no longer working on, like, this energy right here. It's like, it's wishy-washy, it's immature, it's the Knight of Wands in reverse. Like, it's just not a strong person, right? So I feel like you guys are just kind of like, yeah, you might want love, but right now you're focused on your family, because whenever you focus on yourself, it's kind of like you grant access to somebody else that's really going to cherish you more. And when that time comes, you're going to know that it's them. You're not going to, you guys aren't just going out going like, oh, I want to be like, I want a man. Yeah, you might want it, but at the same time, you're comfortable within yourself, because you guys realize this. You no longer want somebody that's not strong, like not a strong man. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm a man. And that's where that like impulsive, like obsessive type negative energy comes around, because, you know, like, hey, you might be a guy, but like a real man knows how to stand strong, but also, you know, or like a masculine energy period knows how to stand strong, but also knows how to lean into that feminine side to also be nurturing. Like, they're not insecure to lean into their feminine side and be nurturing and caring and listen to somebody else. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that give and take type energy. So I feel like you guys booted that to the curb just like that. Like, you're done, son. And those are those experiences that you've learned from that have brought you to this moment and elevated you, right? And now you know how to follow your intuition. So now you guys know, whenever you see that person, you kind of notice the characteristics, or right off the bat, like things that they do. Like me, like you, I can look at a person and be like, ooh, no, they have those tendencies just by the way they move. And I feel like those are the things that you needed to learn to elevate you. And I feel like those are the things also you've learned that's also made you stronger within your family. And that's what's been working on this foundation and getting your money straight and getting yourself right, because you know what expectations that you have and that what you want. And so you guys feel like, hey, you know, I might have these high expectations, but at the same time, I have to meet those expectations that I expect people to come towards me. So I feel like you guys are setting yourself up and getting in that energy of where you want to be financially, and just really focused on self and getting yourself mentally strong, and just, you know, straightening back up that foundation, you know, because it was kind of shook, like it's cracked. So now you guys are mending all those cracks together and, like, you know, giving it a facelift. And so that's what I feel, you guys, because you guys are no longer, because where I sat that, I just kind of sat it down, but it fell on, you know, the Seven of Swords. So it's like, okay, I recognize this energy, right? I'm staying balanced here. I'm not going to go because, ooh, man, they're cute. I'm not going to go run this way because I have things that I'm working on, right? Just really being mature about the situation. But I also feel like, you know, anything that you kind of, you know, makes you feel some type of way, or makes you like, you just kind of recognize it, and you're no longer going for this energy, because now we have the Knight of Cups and Emperor in reverse. It's kind of like if you're not a strong person, it's like you guys can stand in your masculinity and the strong side, or you masculines can. Sorry, it's my son. But at the same time, or you guys might be saying, oh, because you recognize it, like, hold on, step back, brother. Step back, ma. We're good. You guys don't want that immature, like, hey, girl, type energy around you guys, because you realize that, hey, this isn't good for me and this isn't good for my family. So let me stay focused. You guys are really staying balanced in the things that you need and that you want, right? You're no longer, overreacting to things that doesn't deserve your time nor energy. You know what I mean? Like when I sit around and argue and being something just because you want somebody there, you guys are you want somebody that's gonna like love you and adore you. It's like you've taken off the mask and aren't listening to the chatter, because people can say one thing and actions will say another. But I also feel like you guys are being like, I don't know, it's like you're no longer in denial, but maybe there's somebody in your energy that is. But I feel like you guys are being just spontaneous and, jumping into those things that you wanted to do and embracing those things that you have maybe forgotten or put into the side because you were too involved in trying to make something work that's not going to work. I feel like you guys have been working on yourself so you can stand in the spotlight. You guys are people are noticing this about you. They're noticing the change. I feel like this is like just a really big victory within yourself, because, shit happens and we have to reconnect to ourselves, and that takes time. I feel like you guys are embracing this new beginning, right? Because you guys are now like more balanced, but you guys are giving birth to something like just really fertile that's going to be very prosperous. I feel like you guys are going to be like financially balanced, and the 10 of Pentacles popped out, confirmation. This is what you guys want, and this is what you're working for, and you're no longer going to settle for anything less. So I feel that you guys are more focused on having your home stable and the things that you want and your dreams and your desires, and, doing the things that you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's skydiving, because that's just popped in my head. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to go skydiving, which is really fun. I highly recommend it. You guys need to do it. Just things of that nature, doing the things that maybe you've always wanted to do, but you haven't done it because you didn't want to do it alone. But now you just don't care, because you're like, you only live life once, right? And so why not experience all the things that there is, to do? And that's like, you're not giving up this gift that you have for anyone. You're embracing this gift and you're holding it, and you're like, all right, let's go live life. I don't care what happened in the past. I'm leaving it in the past and I'm living in the now. I'm accepting things and I'm moving on. And that's what's making this courageous time. I feel like you guys are putting more love into your family and just more focused on them, because that's what brings you true joy, right? Is your family, your children, just things of that nature. Because this is guided. I feel like this is something that you had to work through, and it's like this mental, like the mental staircase, right? And you had to climb those stairs and work through those barriers to overcome those things that were implanted in your subconscious from the shit that you went through. And you guys recognize this. It's like, you're better than you were, but you're still working on getting over the traumas, right? I mean, because face it, that's the things that we have to leave in the past. And I feel like you guys are doing this, and it's guided by spirit. And so it's kind of like slowly but surely, it's like, boom, you knock down one and you're on to the next. Boom, you knock down one and you're on to the next. And it's like all these mental obstacles that you guys have gone through that you're working on, and you see that, because that way, whenever you are ready, you're no longer going to have these tower moments anymore, because you recognize that, because you're firm within yourself, right? And you know to walk away from the things that are no longer serving you. You're not going to sit there and defeat and listen and sit in a toxic situation that you guys aren't ready for. So it's kind of like you're just really working on, your money and getting your stuff right. And when the time comes, you know that eventually it's going to come together. But you guys are choosing to stay in happiness here, right? Because you are happy. So why not stay there instead of being worried about things that you don't need to? You guys are focused on the things that you need to be focused on, instead of chasing that and being on that emotional roller coaster that put you in the situation that you're in. and that's what's bringing in this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? You guys are being fruitful. You're working on your money. You're getting your finances straight. You're putting things in line to get you and your family where you guys want to be or where you want to be personally. I mean, some of you guys don't have kids, but I mean, it's not a big deal if you don't. I mean, even if it's in a marriage and things have happened in your marriage, because all marriages go through stuff, I feel like you guys are working together to build that strong foundation. And you guys are just really focused on your finances and getting things straight and working on your kind of like your happily ever after. You know what I mean? Like make your own fairy tale. I mean, we're the ones, we create our own future. We create our own universe. It is what it is. It's kind of like, change your perspective, you'll change your life. And that's what you guys are doing. And I feel that some of you guys have just realized that. And you just now, like, you have that clarity now. And that's what, I don't know, it's like you feel lighter, you're balanced, you're grounded. But at the same time, some of you guys are still working on getting that blockage out of your third eye and really manifesting and projecting that positive energy in. So it's kind of like when you have negative thoughts and negative energy around you, you have to block it and shut it off and then switch your mindset to bring into positive. So that doesn't stay around because, you don't want to put out negative orders into the universe because that's what it does. And then you're going to be getting your Amazon packages and it's like you want the star, right? And you're waiting for it to come, but it can't come if you're putting so much negative out there. So you're flipping the switch and you're changing that negative into positive whenever you have negative thoughts or have a bunch of negative stuff around you. You guys are realizing that and you're just kind of like flipping the script, right? You're really standing in this strong King of Cups mentality. Like you're bringing love into the situation, but you're also being strong in your like masculinity, and you know what are the wise choices to make, right? Some of you guys, I feel, need to take more spiritual baths and like really just cleanse off. And then when you feel like negative and kind of empty and you don't really realize, like, you're like, oh, why do I feel icky? Like, why do I feel so just, right? And like pissy and everything like that. Well, just go and take like a spiritual bath, like a shower and all that jazz. And so that way, confirmation, it can change it because that energy could be being projected onto you. And it's not necessarily your energy, it's things around you. Some of you guys need to sage your house more because you have spirits in your house that's negatively influencing you. But you guys are no longer listening to the gossip with the Seven of Swords in reverse. And you're taking your own, it's like you're scouting out your own journey, right? You're scouting out this new path. You're embracing it and all the things that are within that you're holding on to. And so that's a big step, just to be able to embrace the harmony of the things that is in within around you. So like, kudos, I dig it. Because you guys want these things to come in, and it's going to come in. It's going to come in fast. And that's what's going to make you guys truly happy. Dun, 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 dun. See, because this justice is coming in, and underneath justice, we have the Knight of Wands. It's like being fearless. You're taking an adventure. This is like a new life adventure for you guys. And this is because you chose to cut off all that toxic energy or those negative people that were around you that were holding you down. Don't let people hold you down. You got to have somebody that's going to bring you up and you guys rise together. So you're just standing and working your magic within your lives, and you're seeing all these different things that you can create, and you're being creative, and that's what you're going for, and you're not going to settle for less. Dude, guys, you rock. I dig it. It's like you're giving yourself access to be happy, and that's embracing that. And the new path is what is going to make you, like, I don't know, stand within a clear head and making rational decisions instead of making rash decisions. It's like irrational versus rash. You're focusing now, you know what direction that you need to go. So you're not just jumping off and popping off of the mouth at a whim, right? You guys are going through and really recognizing those signs. And so you're like, stop, think and breathe, right? That way you can make the correct decision. Right? Instead of just reacting right then and there, you guys are taking that time. You're stopping and actually thinking about the things that you need to do. Yes, Josiah. Okay. All right. Let's get a Moonology card for you guys. Hey, Tony Boo. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Please, if you haven't already, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Sorry. It is what it is. My hands are slick. We have fairy climax approaches. We had gotten this yesterday. I feel like you guys really have the things that you're working for are going to come in. You guys are going to be amazed by it. It's going to blow your mind, baby, is what I just heard, just like that. Maybe some of you guys are Cajun or have a friend that's Cajun. I don't know, maybe Cajun ancestry, because that's what I just heard. And it was so Cajun. Somebody might be from Louisiana. Then we have, it's a time to breathe out, confirmation. This is the disseminating moon. And then we also have the full moon in Aries. And then we have full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle approaches. So you guys are getting, like the things are changing of what you guys are working on, right? I know that it seems like it's taking forever, but don't let your emotions take away with you if the emotions run high. But don't let your past hold you back either. That's all. Like, I feel like you guys really need to get some moonstone, because that all falls in line with it. And then the angel number 131. Like, what do you guys still need to release? Clear that all out. Get yourself balanced. That way you can keep on manifesting positive things, and positive things are going to end up coming into you. Whose recommendation, Tony? Was it manifesting recommendations? All right, let's see what we have. Like the meditation videos? What do we have for the collective? Guidance for the collective. Spirit guides, guardian angels, and ancestors. We got this one yesterday too. We have clairaudience. Archangel Raguel, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings. They signify divine guidance. And then we also have patience. Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly. What, Josiah? Go away. Thanks. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. And we also have overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting a precious change. So I dig it. This is positive. This is all because you guys have embraced it. Now you know what to recognize. So get yourself some black moonstone. It's my little turtle. I made that a long time ago. It's the only one I made of it, because it's the only piece of moonstone that I had that I could carve, and I love it. Also, you guys might need to get some tiger's eye. I have a ton of that. Hold on. I guess you can't really see it, because that's great for balancing and protection and connecting to spirit as well. Or some obsidian. If you guys need it, hit me up in an email. I do sell it. But it, like, kind of clears and pushes away negative energy. It's like a protection stone. So yeah. Exactly, Tony. Don't worry. Be happy now. I love you too. But anyways, guys, I guess that's what I have for us today as far as our collective message. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. So until next time, if you guys are wanting a personal, all the information is in the description area. I'd be absolutely honored to read for you guys. And then until next time, you guys stay epic, stay fabulous, stay awesome, and I'll see you again. Namaste.